I'm Peri and welcome to this channel. If you're new here, it is only fair if I bring you up to speed with what we have been discussing or with what I or we do here. So welcome. What we discuss here are mostly social issues that affect our day-to-day life. That would be culture, that would be religion, that would be emotions, that would be being a woman or a man, that would be politics. Mention it, name it. You know these things that we interact with on a daily basis and affect how we view life. So that is what we do around here. Feel very welcome. Hit that subscribe button and like this video so that it will suggest to other viewers. It will be suggested to other viewers. Besides that, have your notification on so that when I post any video, you are given an alert. Alright? Let's get right into the video. No. If you're a returning subscriber, kindly thank you very much. I am very shameless and mannerless for trying to forget that you guys have stood by me for all this time, even though I've not been shooting content as much. But thank you very much for staying and being here. We are looking to get to 1,000 subscribers and I am working very hard to give you content after content because I have decided that this is it. Alright? So by the end of the year, I'd really want us to get to 1,000 subs. Okay? So do what you gotta do, guys, so that I also do what I gotta do, and together we get there. I would like to introduce us to something that I have thought through and I felt like I actually need to do. And I just want to start a series called Fill Me In, girl. Fill Me In. Why do I want to call it Fill Me In? It is going to be a series that I get to fill you in on the issues that have affected my life and are continually affecting my life as I continue to navigate my way through life. Alright? So I get to fill you in on my life, but mostly on the social issues that we actually need to be aware of because we interact with them on a daily basis. So, and today I am going to be giving you tea on what I think a high value man is for me. Alright? Alright, guys? If you disagree, that's okay. If you agree, thank you. But be open and tell me what you think in the comment section. Give me what you believe in the comment section about what we're about to discuss. Otherwise, thank you so much and let's get into it. Who is a high value man to Peri? What do I think is a high value man? If a man approaches me today, what are some of the qualities, what are some of the things that I will look or seek to find in him for me to know that this guy is actually the one that I can? Let's fast track or go back a bit so that you get to know me a little bit. First of all, I am not a big fan of marriage and kids at all. Okay? I do not want it. I do not desire to have kids. I do not desire to get married. But the only reason I would get married is if I find a man who is actually the guy I want. Okay? So if I find that person, I definitely can change my mind because now what is stopping me from getting married? The only reason as to why I don't want to preoccupy my mind with the thought of marriage is a rite of passage or something that I have to do to be seen as successful is because it is just shoddy. It's the pictures that have been painted and everything that has been to show or portray marriage messes with your head. It is not much of success. It's more of we survive. And I don't want to survive, babies. I don't want to survive. No, I refuse to survive. If I'll get married even for 1 year and it was satisfying, I will do that. Even if I die without getting married, baby, that would be perfect. Okay? Because it is not a priority. Neither are kids, because kids are so stressful, guys. Kids are stressful. Jesus, they are a handful. I don't want headache. No, I'm not meant for motherhood, guys. Anyway, let's get right into the video. What are the qualities of a high value man for Perry? Number one, I know you think I'm gonna talk about something. Anyway, number one, baby, when you're coming to seduce me, you look at me and you've learned and realized that, God damn, this girl is pretty. Oh my goodness, she's this, she's that, she's ABCD. And you have already known that this is the woman you want, and that woman is Perry. If you're coming to me, you better have basic, if not advanced, knowledge of menstrual and ovulational cycle of women or of a woman. Have that knowledge. You need to have it. Because you cannot tell me you want to seduce me and pursue me so that we live until forever, till death do us part. And there is nothing about my biology that you know or you understand. That would be a lie. I would be pretending. That you would be pretending, sorry. You'd be lying to me the whole time. Because how then are you going to handle me? How then are you going to deal with me during the days that I am going through my periods and maybe my emotions are overlapping and just, how are you going to deal with me if you have zero idea? All that you know is women get their menstruals or their menses at the end of the month. The dates may vary. Get and know how these things affect my emotions. So that number one, you don't stress me up with sex. So that number two, you don't stress me up with, babe, you're nagging. Don't. If you don't have an understanding of what my menstrual cycle and ovulation cycle affect my emotional capacity during months or days or some weeks, get out of my face. You are not high value. There is nothing you know. It's like, let's take for example, if you want to venture into a business, do you just wake up and you're like, damn, that business looks like it has a lot of profit, man, I gotta get this. And then just like that, take your 50,000, take your 100,000, go and get products. Take your capital, ship products if you have to, or find a wholesaler, whatever. Is that what you do? You don't do that. You will do research, baby. You will do research because you don't want to fail. Okay? But it has always been said that, you know what? Your woman is the one who is responsible to understanding you. Get out of my face. If you don't have that as basic knowledge, get out of my face. Honestly. Seriously, don't come at me if you don't have general knowledge about menses, how they affect emotions, how they affect your hormones. Don't come at me if you don't have that. Just stay where you are, seduce the women that you think are okay with you being like that, okay? That is my number one. Number two, please, guys, I have my notebook here, so I had to write them down because let me tell you, if I don't write things down, I will talk about everything. The second thing, before we go to the second thing, kindly leave your comment in the comment section, and please subscribe, please like this video, please, okay? Thank you very much. The second thing that I see and consider as a high value, as a characteristics of a high value mind, that would be have basic and complex knowledge of chores. Know how to do chores. Know how to do them and actually do them. Know how to do them and do what? Do them. Because baby, I'm not coming to your life to be a house help. I am not. Let me tell you. When I was in campus, guy, I was so silly. I was so naive. I was so old-fashioned. And I know some of you will be like, old-fashioned is the best way, especially for marriage. I think you should apply that for your marriage. If it works for you, please. Perfect. Enjoy your marriage. But for me, a man, know how to do dishes and know how to do them well. Don't come at me at you're washing plates, chafu, at... How have you been surviving? How have you been living your life? Tell me, how have you been living your life? Because however you've been living my life, I have the power and capacity to adapt to how you've been living your life. If you have someone do that, baby, I will be the happiest because I am not doing chores. Know how to do chores. Know how to wash utensils. Know how to wash clothes. Do laundry. Know how to mop the house. Know how to arrange things in a closet. Know how to be organized. Mimi, these theories of, men are so disorganized. They put everything everywhere. I am not dealing with that bullshit. And if you're going to stay with me, don't even think for a second I'll be finding your socks for you. Are you a child? Are you a child? Did I come to mother you? This breaks my heart because why in the name of Jesus would you, an adult, 35 years old, okay? You want to live in the money. Babe, I've just seen my tie. Where did you put it? Don't you think I have a bra to search for? Don't you think I don't know, earrings to look for? Do I ever ask you where my earrings are? If you're not organized, if you don't know how to do chores, if you, me, I was not raised in an environment, I don't even know how to cook ugali. Go and seduce women who can cook for you ugali. Don't come at me. Me, I don't have a problem with you not knowing how to, so long as you're not coming at me with your not knowingness. We are good. We are perfectly good. Okay? And while you know how to do them, you will do them with me in the house. You will do them. Me, I will not come to a house that now I am married, I'm a perfect woman, that a man loves to be respected and the way you respect them is to serve them. I can assure you, it will be over my dead body. Over. Please, over. Over. Let me tell you, over. You don't know how to do that? Please, we are done. The third thing. Have knowledge on how to handle children. Have wide, vast, high knowledge on how to handle children. Because did you hear anywhere someone say that a manual for parenting has been sent? Someone has them. Well, no one has. Not even the mother who carried that child for 9 months. Not even a manual for pregnancy. And you're here burdening with women with children and pregnancy. Women are burdened. After you finish the 9-month stress, you get into now raising the child because mtoto ni wa mama. I will leave you with those kids. If I forget and give birth, me, a baby, I am going to leave you with those kids so that I don't know if you will hire a nanny. Whatever you will do, those kids will have to be they'll have to be raised, they'll have to eat, they'll have to shower, they'll have to change Pampers if we will be using Pampers. So let's stop this. Oh, babe, I don't know how to wash. Know how to wash the goddamn baby. Know what happens when a baby is choking. How do you help this child? Know when the baby is sick. How do you, because I don't know either. But I am going to figure it out. Because it has been made to be my responsibility to know how a child should be. And if at all the child dies out of sickness, I will live with guilt till Jesus comes back. Oh, I think it's my fault. I didn't know how to do this as a mother. I'm such a bad mother. I am okay to be a Aye, baby, I'm okay to be a bad mother if you're okay to be a bad father. If you're not making effort before you date, not after you date me and we are pregnant. No. Me, if we go for a date, these are things I will ask you. And especially if you make it clear that you want to marry me, baby, you will have to answer questions in a paper. Spendi mchezo. Unaenda kucheza na maisha ya nani? Unaenda kuweka nani mfanyikazi? Ati because I carried the kid 9 months, the love I have for the child is superior and I will leave you with a 2-month-old child. Figure out where I take the breast milk. Because who are you going to bully? Ati because men, come on. That is not going to happen in my life. So if you know you're coming, it is only fair if we both don't have manuals and we both have the desire to learn and do better, alright? So know how to wipe a child when they have pooped. And don't be like disgusted. Okay? I remember there is this one time when my youngest brother, when he was still so young, he was alibebwa na baba yangu. He was carried by my dad, or my dad carried him. And then we already had food set on the table and it was time for dinner. So we had food set, there was ugali, and then there was, my dad loved samaki. So we were eating, not fried samaki, fresh samaki, stewed. So he carries my brother and voila, my brother started peeing. And when he peed on the ugali. You know the way children, the small penis is just going direct whenever they want to pee. My friend, the penis peed on the ugali. How fast was the child thrown to my mom? Like in a twinkle, in a flashlight. Chukua huyu mtoto. Mtoto ni wako. Baby. Yet, you know, it is funny, guys. It is so funny. And when a child has messed up or has pooped or has done something, the father is always like, nyathini ni opielo. This your baby has done this and this. Oh, he has puked. Oh, aso. Baby! Don't try that with me, please, because, what are you saying? What? Don't do that, okay? So, all I'm trying to say, guys, number one, I need you to know that I do not hate men. Because the way I speak, you might think I actually hate men. What I hate is low-valued men. Low-value men with zero humane thoughts and standards and lifestyles. Especially when women are around. All the burden. If you do not know how to handle a child, we are not having children. No, we are not having children. Okay? Because at least I spent the entire childhood and adulthood and what is it called? Adolescence. When my mom was teaching me, when this child does this, you know it is ABCD. So don't do that. Know how to handle children with the basic and emergencies that can come. Know how to deal with those issues. Come on. Aren't you the father of the house now? Huh? What are you bringing me to the table? What? You know, men like to ask this question. What are you bringing to the table? If I strip money from you, like let's get the money out because I also got it. What are you bringing to the goddamn table, baby? What are you bringing to the table? Your strength? And in how many occasions will that strength help me? Up your game. Up your game. Up your game. And be valuable. Be useful. And now I realize, you know, I was watching a documentary on this matriarchy called societies, or these societies that are still led by the matriarchy. And they say that they are the one who choose the man whom they met with. Men don't come at at them, at you, oh, I like you. Mm-mm. They're the one who choose whom they want to mate with. And they choose the fine ones. Not fine in terms of how they look and stuff, but they know what type of character and type of strength and just the composure of that man that they want to pass down to that gene. So those are the people they choose. These other ones are laborers. If you don't have that kind of value, you remain a laborer because men have strength. So give us. That is what you bring to the table. Okay? So in all honesty, it makes sense. Because the truth is, if you sit down and look at all the factors, consider everything, you realize that once you strip a man, especially low value man, you strip money and the finance aspect from that man, trust me, he has nothing to bring to the table. Zero to bring to the table. The good thing is right now we are not dealing with women who don't have their own money. We are dealing with women who have money. I have money, baby. I have enough to sustain me. Therefore, if you're coming into my life, I need something better than that. I need something more. I need to know that when you're not there, honestly, I feel a blank space, or I just feel a void, a vacancy has been left. Because when women live your lives, you feel like, well, where do I start? So let's stop with that nonsense and be better men, okay? Let's be better. Let's work. Where are we? We are on the third or on the second? We are going to the fourth, right? We are going to the fourth or the third. Guys, I have forgotten. We've said understand a woman's cycle. We've said chores. We've said children. I think chores and children should basically just be the same thing. Okay? The fourth standard. At no point in your life should you shout at me. At no point in your life should you raise your hand. A high value man, for me, violence is not even up for discussion. We are not discussing nothing regarding violence. It should not happen, and do not expect me to do that. Okay? Do not even try it, because you shout, baby, I will leave you. I am not even leaving so that you take space. No. No, baby. And violence, GBV, we are not even discussing that. Let me not hear you that you're shouting at me. Even if you were married for 10 years and you forgot on the 10th year, you shouted at me, I'm gonna leave you. I'm not going to spare you until we have 9 children. 9 children? The children are yours. Please, if I carry them, whose land are they going to inherit? I beg. Do not shout at me. Forget and be angry. But as you forget as you get angry, forget as you leave, go and cool yourself as an adult that you're supposed to be. And when that happens, calm down. Once you come back. Let's talk. Because let me tell you one thing. I was raised in a violent background, and I know how to be violent. Baby, that is what I have learned, man. I went to train taekwondo just to fight. Just to know how to beat people. Including men. Not women. Women, you slap them small, you pull their hair small, punch their breast maybe, and they scream all their heart out. But with men, you have to fight tactically because someone amekushinda na nguvu. You have to know where when you hit, that man is down and you can run. Okay? I'm not looking to kill somebody. So let me tell you, if you want to bring violence to the table, baby, I know how to fight. We can fight. But because I am a high value woman, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to do that unless I am pushed to the wall by a rapist whom I can definitely just kill and go to jail, because why would I let someone rape me and I have the strength to beat them and to death? Doesn't. Anyway, back to me. Back to Perry in studio. Violence is out of question. Do not raise your voice at me. That is the very least thing that you can do when you're angry. Do not raise your voice. Do what you gotta do. Don't forget. If you cannot raise your voice, why are your fingers going up? Why are your hands going up and your voice can't be raised? That means if you can't raise your voice, your fingers will forever remain down. Alright? That means you want to get to a point where there is violence. Okay? And you should 100% expect that from me. Everything that I put out here, I am not putting them out because I want to, I want to attract. No. Everything I ask, expect them from me. Because, as I said earlier, I don't know if I said it. I was watching this podcast and this guy was saying that when you're dating, try as much and date someone that you're equally yoked. The Bible speaks of it as we should be equally yoked. But we should be equally yoked, not just spiritually, guys. That is where we lose it. We should be equally yoked mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. Okay? Because if we are not, one person will be doing too much that the other cannot reciprocate. Are you getting me? Like, for instance, if I am the understanding woman, wife, girlfriend, fiance, etc., because I have emotional composure, or because I am emotionally intelligent and you're not, I will be giving way too much that you can give back. And that means I will be suffering in this relationship, most part of it emotionally. When that happens, I will get to a point where I tire. When I tire, what happens? I either leave, cheat, but because personally cheating is not happening, I leave. Okay? So, anything I put out here as a high value requirement in a man, trust me, it is something that I have worked over years and years of messing up and doing shitty stuff. And so, I have become that person. You can put that demand that whatever I demand, I give. I am able to give that. So don't stress, baby, don't stress. Okay? Do not try violence with me, full stop. That is not happening outside of the table. Good? Good. The next one. Baby, please hit the subscribe button. Like, share, and comment. And as I give you these points, you can also look through your list and see, is your bar for men too low? Because honestly, there are things that we have put as a requirement for men and they should not even be a requirement. That should be, it's a must-have. You see the way when you're going for an interview, you must have a CV, some certificate of some form, or even you must be there. That is not arguable. It's not debatable. So go through your list as well. If whatever I am saying resonates with you, I'm not forcing anyone to do nothing. Anyway, on to the next point, which I don't know is 5 or 4 or 6. I think it's 5. If not 5, 6. Please, baby boo boy, have a proper understanding of your emotional patterns. Understand yourself emotionally. Please, if you do not understand yourself emotionally and you want to engage with an emotional being like you have been told, baby, there's nothing we're going to do. I'm going to feel like a shitty person all my life for wanting you to be emotional. Yet, basic biology has you rendered an emotional being. So stop pretending as a man. Don't buy into this, oh, men are masculine if you're emotionally emasculated. That is nonsense. We are all emotional beings, okay? Understand your emotional cycles. Understand how your emotions lead to things you do. How do they affect your lives and your social life, basically? How does it affect how you respond, react to things? All right? If you don't have that understanding, wachana na mimi. Usijaribu. Hapana jaribu. Hapana jaribu peri. Hapana. Wachana tu na mimi nikufe single. Sawa sawa? Good. Who? You want to walk with me till death do us part. And as it has been said, I am emotional. And you don't have your own understanding of what emotional is and how your body walks through your emotions. How are you going to interact with me? How are we going to relate? How are you going to understand me? Because everything you will tell me, I am going to interpret it emotionally. Okay? Alright? Every single thing that you will do to me, I will interpret it emotionally because I interpret things emotionally. I am an emotional being. Okay? I was about to start this Barbie trend. Okay, TikTok. Take it up. Let's get back on track. And for me, as I will do things, you will interpret those things logically. Alright? But it is pretense for men to think that they are entirely logical beings and not emotional. Everything is interpreted at that basic level until you train yourself otherwise. All right? So don't come here with that emotional stupidity. As you don't cry. Crying is for women. You don't see you do what? Huh? You are approaching things gagoko. You are, leave me out of it. Leave me out of it, please. Thank you. Next. Okay? And by the way, the emotional thing, being emotionally intelligent, that is a big deal. That is a big deal. Hata hiyo ndo ningeanza nayo. That is the biggest of deals. Okay? The other one, please hit the subscribe button, please. Okay? The other one is be okay with me being superior to you at very many times in our lives. Be okay with it. Don't come at me with these insecurities that you've been fed on, that if a woman has money, they will sit on you. Baby, I will sit on you, and you should be okay with it. Okay? Be okay with you being sat on, because all you have been doing all this while is sitting on us. So what is so wrong with being sat on? If we could handle, you can handle it. Okay? Are we together? Good. You're getting these things. You're actually getting. Anyway, on a serious note, be okay with me being superior. Be okay with me being superior. Be okay with both of us being superior. Be okay with being inferior. Be okay with it. Because it's not all times that you are going to... First of all, get the idea of submission out of your head. That me, I'll just be quiet there as a woman. Oh, my husband said, baby, that is not me. I will be pretending. If you see me do that, I will be pretending. Just now I'm planning on how to leave you. I will be lying. My idea of submission is this, okay? If it has to be there in marriage, basically, this is my idea. Submission is basically understanding someone's strength and letting them lead in their strength or in their area of most knowledge. I don't know. Did you get what I said? Submission to me means understanding someone's strength and letting them lead within that strength or within their strength. For instance, if I am good with finances, we have both established that I am good with finances, then you will let me deal with the family finances. And you can trust me to excel at it, because we already established that it is my strength. Trusting me doesn't mean that you don't question me. Trusting me means that I can question, or you can question my decisions, okay? Means that you can question my decisions with regards to this, because you have just as much share as I do. But that does not mean that you dismiss me. Full stop. Another example, okay? If you are good at cooking, I should trust that it is, yani I should know that that is an area you are good at, and sifai kukuweka ukule chakula mbaya juu mimi sijui kupika. Are you hearing me? Maybe I'm not making sense. But submission, in my understanding and idea, is two people coming together, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, and knowing when to let who lead. Period. There is nothing like, my husband has the final word. That doesn't happen. Not in my life. Hey! What? If you don't know what witchcraft is, that is exactly the definition of witchcraft. And my husband has the final say. Where? Which final say? Final say or akanye? You only have the final say when it is your part of, when it is your strength, when it is your area of strength. Okay? That one I don't have stress. You have the final say. But it is not from a point of arrogance and pride. It is from a point of, I have given you my idea, you have brought yours, we have discussed it, and you've realized that, by the way, mine, even if I suggested it's good, but it is not what will work here. But this will work. Are we getting each other? Are we understanding each other? That is what I mean. So don't come at me with this, I'm superior, blah, blah, blah. Baby, don't do that. Don't do that, because if you're superior, go and live alone. Superior beings are in heaven. Okay? Superior beings are chilling with the big boys. They don't need no one to marry. Make peace with the fact that I will be superior. Okay? And at one point you can be inferior, if that is how you believe. Because it comes down to belief that, the belief that we have had that the moment you're superior, I am automatically inferior. It's a lie. We can both be superior. We can both be inferior. It depends on what your superiority and inferiority definition is. Okay? So stop with this pressure you're giving women who wants to get married. The next thing. Okay? Please don't have self-esteem issues. Please don't have self-esteem issues. When I had self-esteem issues, my ex can come here and testify. He was dying in that relationship. Oh my God. What? You guys, if I could call my ex in this video and tell him to tell you what he went through because I had low self-esteem, I'm not finna deal with that, okay? I'm not going to deal with that. Thanks to you for trying to actually deal with me then, okay? Don't have self-esteem issues. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Try as much as you can to need very small affirmations here and there. Believe in yourself as much as you can, not to cross over to pride, okay, and arrogance, but to actually know that factually these are my limits. This is the extent to which I can go. Sawa sawa. So work on that. Work on that. I think I have spoken on everything that I wanted to talk about. And I think the last thing that I just wanted to talk about is A high value man is a very sensitive man. I might have lost track of count, or lost track of count which number is what, but this is just a parting shot. A high value man is someone who is very sensitive, very self-aware, very aware of also his environment and the things that can affect, especially if you want to marry as a man, if you want to involve a woman in your life. Stop acting like this person is useless, yet they are very useful to you. You need them, you want them. If there is something I have learned, is that men need women more than women need men. But that is just something that I have learned over time. It is not a fact. We need each other to get through this life, okay? But your low quality things going around here, I'm not about to engage in such nonsense. So please, try and be sensitive. Try and be aware, even for your girlfriends, even for your moms. Try and be aware. Number two, be aware of your environment. Know that there is a way in which you're not supposed to touch a woman. Especially if you know that there are things that you're not supposed to say to a woman. Especially if you have not gotten to a point where you guys are comfortable speaking some things. Just don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be don't be stupid. It's disgusting. You don't come and hold my waist and we have not even. Why are you holding my waist? Someone would be, would you prefer me holding your butt or your butt? Please, my back is better. You see, maybe touch the spinal cord. Leave my waist out of it. My waist is very intimate. Alright? No. Even as a doctor who is a man, even as a gynecologist who is a man, so long as you're a man, be sensitive to the social issues that affect women. Don't think that if you follow me from behind at night, that is sexy and is safe. For me, I feel very insecure. Don't think that when you are touching my breast, even if you are doing a test, if you do not inform me early that I'm going to touch your breast, and this should not feel weird, I am just trying to examine. Let me know what you're doing, okay? So that I know you did not. Let me tell you a short story that I have never told anyone. Guys, I don't think this is the right time to reveal my secrets around here. But if you have questions about me, kindly just leave them in the comment section so that I can compile them in the next video. But this is a short story. I once had a problem. I needed to go to the doctor. But I didn't have enough money to actually get to a proper hospital. So I went to a very shady or a small chemistry. When I went there, I went through this process of numbing the body, and when my body was numbed, you lose consciousness. All right, there is a way in which you lose consciousness, and you even lose for a certain amount of time. You lose consciousness, you lose your feel, and for a certain amount of time. So this happened because for that procedure, I had to be numbed, or anesthesia. Anesthesia had to be introduced. When this was done, I definitely lost it. As kama kawaida, you have to do it. So I lost my consciousness, and your consciousness in a ruding, that drug is just a feel of death. It's only that now you don't actually die. Where does the soul go when anesthesia has been introduced to your body? I'd like to understand that, because that is really, that is a nice mystery to just unravel and know. Anyway, so I then after some time I can feel, I started to feel, but I don't have the strength and I can't feel properly. But I could tell that this guy was fucking me. You know, now when I came to my senses, because I was feeling thrusts, okay? I was feeling some thrust. But I can't quantify this information or qualify it because I don't have evidence. But I could feel that this man did this to me. And he was the doctor, all right? And I was going through a procedure. But I could feel that after he was done, which I couldn't tell when he was done, but I could feel that he could only be sane enough to do it after he was done. So after he was done, I think this man slept with me because I could feel thrust. Kwa umbali sana. I could not kwa umbali sana. So as a doctor, but I didn't ask the guy when I woke up and came to consciousness because, no, but I tried to ask. I asked him, I was feeling some weird thrust. What was happening? He told me he was just doing some stuff using CG forceps. But one thing I know is my intuition doesn't lie. Even if I'm dead, I will be coming to you live people to just wake up your intuitions. But that happened, and I'm so sure in my heart it did happen. But I couldn't confront because I was out of my body, OBEs. So even as a doctor, when you're examining a woman, as a gynecologist, when you're examining a woman, try as much as you can to communicate as much as you can. Like, communicate much, okay? Before you do anything that can come out really bad, try as much as you can to just communicate, okay? I hope it is okay to touch your cheeks because I need to feel if you have growth on your teeth. Just communicate. And that is the exact same thing I need. That a regular man should apply in his or her normal engagement with women. And now that the world has come to a point where we have LGBTQ community, I think it is our responsibility, both of us, to actually communicate well when it comes to personal space. So that is the parting shot, guys. Hit the subscribe button. I'm sorry this video is a little bit long, but don't worry, it is very amazing content. Stay to the end, like this video, subscribe, and let's meet on to the next episode of Fill Me In. Okay? Bye, guys.